guys, and welcome back to Between Us Girlies. I'm Bran.
I'm Bailey.
I'm Casey.
And Lindsay's feeling a little under the weather today, so the three of us are going to hold down the fort.
We got it, y'all.
How was everyone's weekend, Miss Casey?
I had a really good weekend. It was we all hung out on Friday night, which was really nice. We got to go to a girlies dinner at our favorite restaurant, Almira. That place is just, I put it on my story, and I think it is literally like the official girls' dinner spot.
It is.
Like, the vibes are there, the food is there, the service, like everything. Once you're done eating, you can just take 2 steps and walk to the bar. Like, what other places have that accessibility?
You're right.
But it was a really great dinner, and then Saturday was my boyfriend's birthday, so I planned like a whole entire day for him. And we started off the morning. Actually, I didn't want to start off negatively, but you know what? I fear that I really have to shit on this bakery in my neighborhood. A new bakery just opened up.
Oh, okay.
And I won't say the name of it. I do have a TikTok that I've been deciding on if I want to make. But long story short, this woman was like the meanest customer service worker I've ever had to me. Like, I was so excited. A new bakery literally opened up 10 feet from my house. I was so excited to go. I've heard such good things about them on social. And I had to go because I wanted to get my boyfriend like a little mini cake for his birthday. And he was upstairs. I told him he couldn't come downstairs. I quickly ran to this bakery and they opened at 9. And I was walking in at 9. And I already had my speech prepared to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the first person in here. Like making a joke of it. But there was actually already 2 people ahead of me. But the way that it was set up is like the menu is in this little like alcove, like this little corner. And then you walk out from the alcove and walk up to the register where the bakery case is. So I get up to the bakery case and all of the bakery items are labeled 1 through 12. So I'm like, oh, what's number 1? And the woman goes, it's on the menu. I was like, oh. Okay, so I step out of line. I walk down the line into this alcove because you can't see the board of menu items from the register. It's back on the other side of the restaurant. So I walk to the thing. I see what number 1 is, and I come back, and I'm like, what is number 3? And she goes, that's on the board too. And I literally was like, sorry, I'm a visual eater. Like, I just like see things and I want to know the names of them. And she goes, is the person behind you ready?
Oh my God.
As I'm saying that, as I'm telling her, like trying to make a joke of it, being like, I'm a visual eater. I like to look at things. And she goes, is the person behind you ready? So I step out of line and she takes the person behind me's order. And I'm standing at this fucking menu trying to memorize all the items. Like, I don't fucking work here. Yeah. So I'm trying to memorize the items and I come back and I pick the one that I want. And I saw another menu item that I didn't memorize from their menu. So it's just like, oh, could you just tell me the name of this? Like, I'm not asking for the fucking ingredient list. You could just tell me it's a vanilla cupcake. Like, and it was this little, I thought it was a salted caramel cupcake. So I'm like, oh, could you tell me what that is? She goes, it's on the menu.
What the
Wouldn't just tell me the name. So I looked and it was a fucking carrot cake cupcake. Like, I was wrong. I thought it was a salted caramel cupcake. You can't just tell me it's a salted caramel cupcake. You can't just say one title.
I'm so confused.
Was she like the owner?
She seemed like it. And I literally go, okay, never mind. I'll just stick with the one thing I got. And I just walked out. And I am so proud of myself. Thank you to my anxiety meds and growth. Typically, that would have absolutely murdered me and ruined my day. But I knew that it was 9 a.m. It was my boyfriend's birthday and I had a whole thing surprise. So I sat in my car. I made a really mean TikTok and I was like, I'm not going to post this. I got it all out and I'm going to go enjoy my day.
I didn't get you posted.
Yeah,
I honestly, my dad, I got dinner, or I was with my parents yesterday. My dad goes, honestly, pull a brand flakes, post them on social media.
I love that.
I was like, you're right, Dad. But we ended up having a really good day. I got to go.
So weird, though.
It was bizarre. Like, first off, what bakery doesn't just label their bakery items? Like, you can't just put cupcake, slice of cake, donut.
Also, you not know what's behind the glass?
Right.
Like, do they not?
You're better than me because I wouldn't have filmed and recorded something. I would have crashed out in the store. I would have just said the third time, I would have been like, you know what? I'm actually not going to get anything from your business as delicious as all of these items look because you are so fucking rude. And the fact that you can't just answer a simple question, if you're miserable at your job, quit. But I will be making sure to share my experience here. You're in a local neighborhood and a new bakery. This is a family neighborhood. If you don't want to do your job, you probably shouldn't come to work. And I would have walked out.
I was, to be honest, I was very close to, like, at the end, I finally just like, I'm just going to get one. Never mind. I don't know what the other ones are. And I really wanted to, because you're right. It's literally Fishtown. Like, you go to any other coffee shop, they're asking you what you did that morning, how your day was. They want to talk to you. Sometimes so much so that it's annoying. But
Also,
I like
bakery. Like, I feel like you're like people are normally like passionate about
Right.
it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is this. And like, they're so excited to tell you about stuff. Like, how can you be miserable in a bakery?
At 9 a.m. on like a Saturday and you just opened.
Yeah, no, literally.
It was crazy. And like, I just don't understand why she couldn't just say like at least the item. Like, again,
That's
you
what I'm
don't have to give me
saying.
the ingredient list.
Yeah.
But you can't just say it was literally a piece of vanilla sponge cake. You can't tell me that was vanilla sponge cake.
I wouldn't even, my feet would have been planted. I would say, you're going to tell me what that is.
I
Like,
was-
I wouldn't even walk back.
Was there anyone else working?
I mean, there was like people like making the bakery items and then a guy making a coffee. And I was literally going to get both of our coffees from there. I was going to like come back to the house with such a thing. Like this was on my to-do list. I was so excited to check this bakery out. And it was just a miserable experience. But luckily it did not like ruin my day.
Okay, good.
We had such a good day. We took a walk. We went to the sporting club at the Bellevue.
Nice, how was it?
Brandon, you are the luckiest man on earth that is your gym. That
so
place
amazing.
is outstanding. Like literally stunning. I kept making a joke. I'm like, only my boyfriend would be like, I would surprise him with a gym membership for the day.
love that, though.
But I took him there. He had the best time of his entire life.
In the pool.
He went into the pool. I did a cold plunge.
Yep.
How was
It
Was it cold? Because
It
sometimes theirs
definitely-
isn't.
It definitely wasn't as cold as like I felt other ones, but it was pretty cold. Jake said it was colder than the one at our house gets. So I did that, but he did the steam, he did the sauna. Like he had such a good day. That place is so stunning.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Such a good community too. I really like it there.
We ran into our friend Kirk there.
Oh my god,
and we were telling him, I was like, oh my God, like I literally need to join here. And he was like, every single one of your pennies gets used here. He was like
Good.
from everything you get something out of what you're paying for. So
Yeah.
it was a really great day. And then we went to Soraya, which is the best restaurant in Philadelphia. So I had a great day.
Hell yeah.
How was your guys' day? How was the rest of Friday night? Because I did leave a little early.
What did we do? Oh, Bailey left too.
Yeah, we went to Vinyl.
Okay, yeah. Did we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't really remember.
Our local Amatani brothers were DJing. Then we went to U-Bar?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Nothing like major. I had a really fun night. I ended up bike stop. Me and Charlie have been tearing that place apart.
I love that.
No, it was just so funny because like Bike Stop is like definitely one of the most aggressive bars like in Philadelphia. And like we went down to the basement and Charlie and I are just like looking at each other. I'm in a Miu Miu polo, like in the Bike Stop basement. And he's in like one of my polos that I gave him. And we are surrounded by people who are shirtless and in leather harnesses. He like taps my shoulder. He's like, that guy's getting his dick sucked. And I like look over my shoulder. I'm like, yeah, he is. And I was just like, we look like freaks. Like, let's get the fuck out of here.
That is so funny.
And then Saturday, oh my God, I had the best day.
Yeah.
Saturday.
I woke up. I didn't have. So my Friday night ended a little poorly. Or no. Actually, it didn't. My Saturday morning was shit. And so it was just, I've never been in a mood where like I wanted to like drink my feelings away. Yeah, it was deep. It was
It
dark.
happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and like I've never in my life felt like that. Like I even thought about, I'm like, I'll go hang out with my friends. I'm gonna come home and drink a whole bottle of wine to myself. Like, I had my day planned. I was like, I'll be in presence with them. But then like I was with Brandon, like just seeing his cheery face, I was like, let's have a day. Like the sun was shining. I'm like, let me get out of this attitude.
Yeah.
We drank, but
It was just so beautiful out. I took a walk in the morning. I was like, I need to go to Trattoria Carina today. I was like, I need an Aperol Spritz. I need carbonara. I need to sit down and yap with my friends. Did that. And then I was like, I have a stunning new apartment. I want everyone to come over. Sat by the pool, drank more Aperol Spritzes. I was like, let's have a day.
yeah.
We went to 254, which is the old Taboo, which is the old eye candy.
Oh my God.
And the
wow.
rooftop was just like packed, and like we went at like sunset. It was just so nice. We got a frozen frosé.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was just like
Fuck me up.
delish. Yeah, put us on our
I
ass.
was like, damn.
And then we were just like adventuring, and I was like, let's go on a bar crawl. We went to Ladder. We went back to the gay bars. Like
We went
were
to
just.
Elmira at one point.
We
right?
went to Elmira
I was trying to
again.
think like the next day. I was like, where do we go? Like I was in like a skirt and Converse the whole day because I was like, I thought we were just bopping around.
Right.
It was like one of those days where like it was just one of the, like you just leads and it's like one thing after another.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing that I realized about Saturday because Jake and I went for a walk into Northern Liberties. We went to One Shot and got coffee.
Oh.
So we like were walking in like our neighborhood, and then we went to the city to the gym, and we walked around. And like Philly literally becomes Disney World when it's nice out. Everyone is outside. Everyone is happy. There's like a light. Like it's just a better place in the summer.
Yeah.
And I was
so
just
right.
cracking up all day. I was like, wow. everyone is so happy right now. Like
dogs out, kids out.
Literally what me and Charlie were saying. He's like, the city's just showing out right now, like just flexing. And I was like, no, it truly is. Everyone's in a peachy ass mood. Like the seasonal depression has lifted.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful time to be in Philadelphia.
Honestly, as soon as we got to like 254, like right on that deck, like all of that sadness left my body. And I was like, I need to be in this beautiful LGBTQ plus community. Like just with the drink in my hand, I felt so much better. I was like, oh, I needed this.
And I just love watching Bailey in a gay bar because like these gays just like eat her up. Like they flock to you every single time.
And I'm like, oh my God, hey everybody.
They're like, queen. And I feel like you're just so involved in like the LGBT culture. Like, you know, all the pop stars, you know, all the lore, you watch all the same shows, you watch Drag Race. Like, I feel like you fit in more than I do at the time there. And I'm just like, she's meant to be here.
Someone's like, you're so pretty. I'm like, I didn't even do full glam. I was like, girl, thank you so much.
You'll always like, if we're at a gay bar, you will like introduce me to whoever you're talking to by the drag queen that they like, that we both like. Like it happens every single time. Like I'll leave you for a couple minutes. I come back and find you. You're like, oh my God, she loves Trixie too. And then 10 minutes later, it's like, oh, she loves Aquaria. Like you just literally will associate people by their drag queens.
No, it was so insane. Then yesterday was Mom's Day.
It was.
And a little suburban day. It was great.
Are you guys like on social media on days like that? Because I was on social media all day, but actively being like, holy fuck, there is nothing to look at other than everyone's mom.
Yeah.
Like, and it's great. Like post your mom. There's no, I posted mine. It's nothing against that. It's just like, there's literally nothing else happening other than seeing everyone's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, but like I noticed that too. And I was like, I feel like it's bad to post anything besides my mom.
Right.
I feel like I was scrolling all day. I was like, let me just find a good video. Not like in a bad way, but I was like, I don't want to like not. But I felt guilty because like I was on the phone with my mom for like an hour, but I was like, well, I want to like tell people like, I know it's Mother's Day. Don't make me like feel shitty.
Right.
I feel like that's what happens to everyone. Like most people probably don't want to post, but then they see everyone else posting, so then they feel bad and they feel like they have to
I love my
post.
mother. Like I just like I already called her, y'all. Like don't worry.
I had to peel myself out of bed and I was just like laughing about this TikTok I saw where this girl was like, I stopped drinking and like I literally was refusing like to do any more of my weekends, like wasting them hungover in bed. I was like, that is just a bad pitch for me because I woke up, the air was blasting. I was comfortable as hell. I was like, I could lay in this bed all day, all day. I don't give a shit that it's Saturday or Sunday. Like, I don't care that it's beautiful out. I could do this all fucking day.
I did do that. I did not leave my bed once.
What did you order?
For the first meal, I had 3 J's.
Oh, I miss it.
And then the second meal, I had Chinese food.
Oh, I saw that. That Chinese food looked so good.
I haven't had in a while, and I was like, let me just get it.
Yeah.
That looked amazing.
It's really good.
Damn. You know, I had a smashing good weekend. It's been so great to be back in Philadelphia. I'm in a new neighborhood now, and I just feel like I have like a new glimpse at life.
No, you really do.
outlook.
Like,
I feel so refreshed. I didn't realize how badly I needed a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Like I felt so just like monotonous what I was doing because I've been in Fishtown now since 2020 and like walking those same damn streets for the past 5 years. I'm like, wow, this feels so nice. This was my first day in an Uber in like 5 days. I'm saving so much money. I'm like, this is great.
And it goes to show, like, when someone says like a change of scenery, that doesn't mean you have to move across the country
No.
or
I
to
moved 10
Florida
minutes.
or anything. Like, you can just move to the city. Like,
and it's also just like accommodating your lifestyle, like your life right now. It makes so much sense to be there. Your gym is there. Everything you do is there. Like, yeah, you have friends here and you have things you love in Fishtown, but it's just an Uber away. Like, your life right now makes sense to be in the city, which is so funny because I feel like if you had told any of us like 5 years ago that you live in the city, we'd all be like, no fucking way.
What
like,
are you doing?
But you're in such a good spot and it just makes so much sense. And I feel like you really are in like a good, like this makes the most sense of anything in a while.
I remember after college, like when our other friend Casey, I remember we were still in like Manayunk, and she was the first one to move in like to Piazza. Like there were so many things like unbuilt yet, and I remember thinking like Northern Liberties, like what, like what's going on over there? Like what was that outdoor? What was that? The pool club by Piazza.
Vesper.
Yeah,
but then it used to be Monarch even before that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was
Oh, God.
Vesper.
But like, remember we had a day club? Like, it was like when that was there. So it was like, I remember like thinking like, wow, this area is so different now. We live there, and it's just like such a
Wow, that is
time-wise.
so crazy. I forgot about that pool club. I went there when I was like 19. I got in with a fake ID, and then it became like the Vesper Day Club, and I like that was a gross community pool in the center of Northern Liberties. It's just not talked about enough.
They kind of need to bring it back though. Remember the girls had like those beautiful blue bathing suits on? Like that was kind of fun.
I was never up to good at that place. I never went in the pool, but like I would go for brunch. I think I went like 3 times, and like I was always just on some bullshit in there. Like
It was like membership based, wasn't it?
Towards the end, you could just go for a meal, like if you weren't using the pool, because it was COVID days when I was like starting to go, and I think they just like, I don't even know what they were doing with the membership shit, but I was just showing up, and I was never being like a good person when I was there.
I feel like that pool club energy is now like the Piazza Pool Club. Like, it's just like everyone goes, which is just so crazy. I don't know. The fact that there's just like a giant pool on a roof that just like everyone who lives in Northern Liberties goes to, like, that makes my social anxiety like actually scream. The amount of people there seeing me in a bathing suit, I'm like, it's like damn near might as well be on a runway.
No, it's wild.
Yeah, I like really like hate it, honestly, because I didn't live in the Piazza, but I lived in a building like similar, and like when it was a Sunday and everybody was at the pool, and I was like, this is hell. Yeah. Like I remember I literally was like sitting out there tanning, and someone was like, oh my god, are you brand fake? And I'm like, in my own home, like I can't deal with this right now. Like just no, some things need to be intimate.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. Speaking of college and places that have closed, it was graduation weekend in the city.
Oh, no.
And I was just watching these people take pictures, and I was like, I wonder if they're going to get fried as fuck the way that we did on our graduation night. Like, we went crazy. And I figured since it was just the 3 of us today, we all went to college together. And I just feel like we should talk about it. Like, we haven't done a college episode in quite some time. But yeah, so we all met in school, but we weren't friends, I feel like, until like really senior year. Like, we were friends, but like the 3 of us weren't like in a friend group until like senior year. And I remember like we were talking about it. We were just like all the partiers of our own individual cliques, like, which is just like wild. Like, I would know from Bailey's friend group I was going to see Bailey out at a party. I would know from Casey's friend group I was going to see Casey at the party. And like everyone knew they were going to see me at every party. So it was just like we just became our own group because like half of our friends started to like settle down, you know, like for the end of the years, and they were all getting relationships and like focused on internships and shit. And we were like, we're going to the club.
It's crazy. I was just thinking recently, like I think it was junior or senior year, I was having so much fun in Philly that I forgot like I was there for school. Like I thought like my purpose in Philadelphia was to party, because I was like, I forgot I'm here for school. So I was having such a fun, like college was so fun.
I literally always remember the one time that for some unknown reason, the devil gave both me and Bailey a final on Cinco de Mayo, our senior year, I think. And of course, your senior year, Cinco de Mayo in college is like the epitome. You're like about to graduate. It's so much fun. And Bailey and I had a fucking final in the morning, 2 separate finals.
That was crazy.
But we were text because we like had to plan our own day because everyone else was already out drinking. So her and I were like texting. We're like, this is the dumbest fucking final, whatever. I get done first. I remember I sat in my car with a bottle of tequila and I waited for you to get done your final. And in our school parking lot, I rolled down the window and made you chug from the bottle of tequila. And like, I think about that now and I'm like, that was so disrespectful. There was people there taking finals.
I remember I showed up in my like yellow tube top dress and like wedge sandals into the final, and I had I'll say it because I already graduated, I had my degree. But like it was like that Philly water bottle, remember, with like that squeezy top. Like everyone had that one. It was filled with like some type of mixture of like probably tequila and orange juice. Like I was drinking during the final. Like I was pre-gaming during the final. I think it was like operations management or whatever, because I was like, I did not know if I was going to pass that class because it was so fucking hard. I remember sitting there on graduation thinking, oh, I hope to God I could get my diploma across the stage. But no, we turned up. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo used to be my favorite holiday.
No, it was great.
I feel like that's how I knew like we would all be good friends. Cause like you said, like me and Brandon were friends separately before the 3 of us were friends, and you and Bailey and Brandon were friends before the 3 of us were friends. But like once we got together, like, and I think that that's why people always make jokes about like, oh, how we've gone on so many vacations together. Like we have really been through so much, the 3 of us, and like been through so much in college together and put up with each other. And I always felt like the 3 of us were always on the same wave. Like at one point we had a big girlfriend group. We had like a 10 girl
10 of us.
group. That's a lot of girls with a lot of different personalities. And like shockingly enough, all of us had big personalities. All of us were very opinionated, and like no one was kind of like in the back seat. Like everyone was pretty.
You're right.
In like main character energy, and I always felt like the three of us were always on the same wave with everything. And I was like, these bitches think the exact same way I do. Where this makes sense.
It only takes like one little conversation. I'm like, ooh, there it is. That is crazy. Like there were so many. Like to think like the three of us rise from the ashes. Like that's
like if somebody was like, what's a tip for like if they were asking a tip for having such a big friend group, like did we learn anything from having a massive 10-person friend group?
It was fun in college.
It is fun. I think it's just like, just know in the big friend group, like you're going to be close to some people, like actually close, and others are just going to be more of like group setting party friends. Like, and don't expect a lot out of the group setting and party friends, and don't talk about the friends that you actually fuck with the group and party friends. Keep your opinions out of those conversations, like, because the party friends will turn on you.
Yeah. And I think that's something we do even now in our adult friendships that I would wish we had done a little more back then, is like, it is okay to hang out one-on-one if you and that person have your own things. Like Bailey and I like Pilates. It would make sense for Bailey and I to have a little bonding session over Pilates, and it would make sense for you guys to bond over something that you two connect over.
Right, cigarettes.
There could be other things, but I see that. But like it actually is important to hang out separately and still all be best friends. It's not one person over the other, but it's important to build separate like relationships and then also all hang out as a group. And I feel like we didn't do that too much. In college, it was very like, oh, they're hanging out without me. And it's like, sometimes that's okay.
Yeah. And I wonder if it's because we went to a smaller school too. Like I'm thinking of it from like a, like Lindsay, like Penn State aspect when like people were in like big sororities and stuff like that, and there's more people. But like, I don't know, we did it right. Like I think I remember this our one friend, we went on like almost at a date, like a friend date, like a dinner, like somewhere. And I'm like, this is good. It was like a one-time thing, but like we didn't do it as much in college.
Yeah.
In college, I felt like very jealous, or I'd be annoyed if people were going out and I didn't get invited. And I feel like it took me a long time to realize that that's
I wonder if it was like
normal.
a maturity thing too. Yeah, I guess it's a normal thing.
Because like in college, you just want to go out and get attention and be like, you don't have that like perspective that you do now.
Yeah, and going to school in Philly was just like so crazy because we really went to school in Manayunk, and like we talk shit on Manayunk now on these podcasts, but like that was once our entire life.
Yeah,
like
we lived it. Like,
we lived on Main Street. Like we went to every bar, every place, every pizza shop. We were on Main Street.
Yeah.
Like
East Falls is like a really cute little.
I love it
borough.
there. I'm like sad that we never like honestly go back to like eat at Franklin's.
Oh my God, stop. That was this dive bar in our hometown.
It is our hometown.
It is our hometown.
Our hometown.
That was this dive bar that I've had some of the worst nights of my life there and some of the best, but like that place has seen me in every way possible.
Yeah, like that was our like I'll say it. I'm 28 now, 29, 30. That was like my fake ID that was the only place my fake worked. I think I had a Maryland ID, which was like, they already look fake, but like Franklin tore me up. I was like drinking beers there. Like
nothing will ever compare to me like to Mad River. Like if I've made this TikTok when that lottery trend was going on, if I won the lottery, there'd be signs like, I genuinely want to reopen Mad River. I think that venue was such a smash hit. Like, first of all, it was massive, especially for Manayunk at the time.
You're
like,
right.
It was so big. And there was just something so fun about walking in and just looking right when you get past the bouncer. There was like that. Do you guys remember? Like there was like almost like antlers hanging from the ceiling.
Antler chandelier.
And it was just perfectly set up. DJ, bar, massive room for everybody to just convene in.
You're right.
But the iconic staircase that you had to walk down, like it was only 3 or 4 steps, but when you stood on those steps, you were not only surveying the entire room, but the entire room was surveying you. And that was the moment that you were deciding like, it's going to be a good night.
I can picture too, like when like the night would like clear out and like we'd be like kind of by there and like, I don't know, just like we remember always being like in that section.
There's a massive parking lot where you can like conglomerate after and figure out who you're going home with,
or the
who
outdoor
you're
deck too. Remember that was
deck.
I feel like that was so confusing because like Mad River is so big though. Like that place was massive.
And there was the upstairs and there was the front bar.
I can't picture the upstairs beyond the bathroom though. Was there things to do up there?
It was a big, sometimes they would have music, but it was like the bathroom bathrooms and then just like a big empty room.
Oh, right.
I remember because I've cried up there many times.
Remember the open bar? Mm-hmm. Did they have open bars sometimes?
You could always just like
Just get a
text someone's
wristband.
name. Like you'd be like, oh, I'm here for Bailey's birthday. And you would just get a wristband. But like, I think too, and this is definitely more of a college thing, but like now as adults, it's like, oh, you're free Friday night, but I'm only free Saturday night. So we're going to go out on 2 different nights. But in college, you didn't miss Mad River Thursday. Like you knew that
MRT.
everyone was going out on Thursdays. And I wish that as adults, we had something like that where it's like everyone's going out this night and you know for sure.
My drunkest nights in college were at MRT. Like, and that is another thing I will tell you if you are in college right now, embrace your hangovers. Like the fact that you can either be hungover and then skip class or go to class. Y'all don't know what it's like to wake up and have to go to work. It's crazy. Like that was diabolical. I want to know if Manayunk Brewery is still fun.
I think I was trying to go there for like, they don't have something anymore. I feel like they don't. I feel like it's like just a restaurant. Like they don't
have nightlife
no,
anymore.
I don't think so. Damn it. That used to be like, I remember like I would want to go there Monday through Sunday. Like I wanted to be there 24/7 because that was, we knew we knew everyone that worked there.
Yep.
Oh, that was more post-grad, right? Or
That was like the year, like the summers in college and then after college. Because
we would go to Brew Pub.
when you were saying Mad River was your spot, like Brew Pub was my spot. Like that place meant everything to me. It was, I had the best nights of my life there. I've met the weirdest people I'll ever meet in my whole existence there. Like one time me and Brandon met, I was just looking at that Snapchat. Brandon met this guy who kept telling me that my hair smelled good. Do you remember Rob?
I remember that.
This guy, Rob, was like hitting on me, but by hitting on me, he was just telling me how good my hair smelled. And he would like walk up behind me and smell my hair.
Oh, wow.
And it was insane. And I have a video. Brandon took a video of me and I'm like, sir, I haven't washed my hair in 9 days. It does not smell that good. But like Brew Pub was just.
The food was great. Like the food was great. I remember. I was like, I feel like when back then I was a beer drinker and like I was, especially IPAs, like all I was, because my purpose for drinking was to get so drunk. And I remember Mad River had this, because it was an actual brewery, and they had this specific IPA that was like 12 or 15% alcohol. And I would just double fist it and just have a night. Like,
no, we were genuinely crazy.
Oh,
and
100%.
Like none of us like ever thought to intervene on any of us because looking back on it, we all had problems. Like we were all just like, I was getting like a handle of peach New Amsterdam like every single night, like mixing it with like water or like a Pepsi, like making the most vile drinks.
Burnett's. I was still on Burnett's and Four Loko like up until like, when did we get, like 2019 maybe? Like
and I get like sea legs when I get blacked out. Like I can't walk straight. You guys would be taking videos of me walking across the street. Like none of us cared that we were all blacked out.
We would scream at people. Like we started so much drama. Like I was not a good person at some points in my life and during that phase.
But you were also a great person because you defended me a lot of those times, because unfortunately a lot of the fights we got in were involving my ex-boyfriend and his surrounding cast. And we've had some very iconic fights, like just drunk in the middle of Manayunk, but they were like the best memories.
No, they were.
Philly U athletes taught me to fear men. Truthfully. Like where we went to college, I don't think there was one relationship where people stayed faithful to each other.
I was just talking about this because I was saying I truly did not know that boyfriends could not cheat on their girlfriends. Like I didn't know that until probably I was 27 because every single boyfriend at Philly U cheated on their girlfriend.
Yeah.
All of them.
Sorry, babe.
all
the time.
Listen to it.
The Philly U athletics, like they should have joined the FBI or the CIA. The way they kept secrets like no other, like they would be one united front. Like they are loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
They would not, no, he didn't cheat on her with a straight face. I think they were believing their own lies at some point. He's like, I would be like, I watched him cheat on her last night. No, we didn't.
No, that's not what that was. You're just being so dramatic. That's
like,
not
what?
Gaslighting aspect.
And then there were a few girlfriends who were told and they just didn't believe
Never
them. And
believed
I'm like,
them.
babe, what? This is why would someone make that up? This is the smallest school in Philadelphia, in the country. I promise you, we all know.
I'm really so glad I didn't spend college in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you got the best of both worlds. No, you definitely had like your moments for sure. But like looking back on that, like when I hear people who are like, oh, I'm going to school with my boyfriend like after high school, like, don't do that. You were so, it really is a can event, but it's like, girl, you were so young. You're going to hate him the first semester. Like, oh my God. Like very rarely like does that work out.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It's crazy. It was always crazy seeing like the couples that like met freshman year and like how like some of them did last.
Yeah, no, a few of them did get married.
Yeah. Which is like crazy. But I'm like, damn, they all became like high school college sweethearts.
Yeah, like I was like 6 months away from ruining it. Like, I feel like I did have a good balance, but if I had stayed in that relationship for any longer, like I would have ruined it because I would have spent so much of college like that. But I mean, luckily not for me back then, but luckily for me, we were on and off a lot. So I did have like spurts of being single. Yeah, you had like your
semesters.
Yes, like I had like my single summers and my single semesters, my messy semesters. But like I've said this on the podcast before. I always wanted to do my 20s right so that when I got to this age, and not that we're old, but when we got older, I wanted to be able to look back and be like, I fucking lived. I did everything I wanted to do. I tried different things. And like, I really do think that that's what college should be about, is you being stupid and making mistakes. Because it's like, when else can you make consequence-free mistakes like that? Like,
I feel like it's like so much growing. Like, I feel like college was like such a, I mean, you are living on your own. Like, I love college. Like my little cousin's graduating high school in a few weeks. I'm like, I just want to have that like talk with her. Like, just enjoy your time. Like, college is so fun, especially like you said, we went to school in Philly, which I'm so glad I did, like coming from a smaller like city, Erie, but like going, especially if I like went to like a school in Pittsburgh. I'm not talking shit on Pittsburgh, but like I'd probably go right back to Erie after that. Like, but living in Philly has opened up the doors for so many places, and like going to a school in a big city, we just got exposed to like more things. Like right after graduation, we were going out in the city, which like eventually made us all move closer to like Northern Liberties and shit, because what were our Ubers like? 30 minutes to
we would Uber all the way from Manayunk to Center City. The Ubers home would be like $80. It would always be so stressful.
It was such a fight.
But something I was just thinking about, and like another advice I would give to people in your young 20s, like enjoy the different options you have, because when you get to 28 and 29, it becomes unbearable, unfortunately, to go to bars that are college bars. And we could have gone to any bar and we could have had a freaking night. Now I feel like I legit can only go to one of three places. Otherwise, I look like a creepy old man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish I had not spent so many weekends going to Porta every single weekend. Throwback to Porta. Because there was options for me. There's not options for me anymore.
You're so true. Damn. Well, I guess where else was there to go? I really don't remember.
Anywhere, because like it's way cooler to be the youngest person somewhere than the oldest person.
We were talking about, we used to run Frankie Bradley's into the ground, and that was so much fun. We would go to, I remember the first night you guys went to Voyeur. I remember someone sending the link. Remember when Voyeur had that pre-sign up, and it was like, did you guys sign up tonight?
And you have to go like,
I was like,
early
what
to get
is
your
this place?
Yeah. Oh
we
my
would
God.
go to River Deck. We would go to Voyeur. We would go to Frankie Bradley's. This is when Woody's was fun. We would go to Ladder. We would go to Rumor. We had Porta. What was the other part of Porta called? Brick Wall.
Oh my God.
We went out. Like there were so many options in Philly.
Damn, I literally said this a few episodes ago, but if they just can revamp River Deck for the older folk, like, or honestly, all the people that are 27 plus, let's just start infiltrating River Deck.
I know. I mean, we low-key made a movement to bring back Ladder, and I've been enjoying going there.
Yeah.
I think we could revive River Deck.
Yeah.
I just know that they poison those drinks.
Oh, absolutely.
I've never gotten out of there in one piece. Never. I fell asleep at River Deck once.
Every time you mentioned a bar, I just thought about the worst thing that happened to me out of all of them. Like I remember I fell down the steps at Frankie Bradley's. I almost got kicked out. I've gotten kicked out of half of the bars you mentioned. Like, there's a reason I've lessened my drink
all the time.
I am like
used to be crazy. It's like nuts. I feel like our audience like doesn't know crazy Casey, but like Casey used to drink.
Drink us all to the
when
table.
you were talking about the Philly sippy cup, that same day I have a video of Casey like holding a cup, and it was I have written on it, "This is straight tequila," just drinking it like it was a water bottle.
I used to like, and that's why it was such a like culture shock for me when hangovers started being so bad, is because like I used to drink so much. It would be 3 a.m. and all three of us would still be drinking, and I did not have a care in the world. I would get blacked out. I would wake up the next morning and be like, don't remember it. Who cares? Now, if I didn't remember something, oh my God, I wouldn't go to work for a month.
Yeah. I did not have anxiety in college.
No.
Truly.
I never.
You would wake up and all your friends were there and you'd be like, all right, let's go again.
Yeah. We'd all like wake up and like immediately go to someone's house. Like
You didn't have like major responsibilities to like actually fuck up.
I agree.
I didn't have like a corporate boss breathing down my neck. I didn't give a fuck about money.
Did we
like,
not work on the weekends?
We
We did. We would just go blacked out.
We would go. We all had retail jobs, and we would just go drunk. I would skip my job to sit at your job and talk to you guys on your couch.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, that was so. Me and Bailey worked at a tanning salon. We've talked about before. And Brandon would literally like just come and sit in the tanning salon and just like gossip with us, get food.
I loved it. Your managers knew who I was.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like I loved
And
it.
y'all would come with your Manhattan bagels and like sit on the couch and look at us. Like,
Yeah, it was so fun.
that was so fun. Oh, I need a part-time job.
No, honestly, it was like a blast. And then Cuddy's.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Wow.
Fell down those steps.
I will say that's the only bar I've gotten kicked out of. I still, till this day, I don't know why. I think I don't know if I like was just standing upright and I probably just like fell. Like I think it was something like that. I think I was just really fucked up. But like none of you guys have really gotten there yet. Like it was the start of the night. That's what it was literally probably like, I don't know, whatever time we went out. Like there was still a line outside. I think I just like fell and like I started crying because I was so embarrassed or something. And he just looked at me. He's like, you have to leave. And I remember I was sobbing on the way down. And then I got outside and none of you guys would come home with me. And our friend at the time was like, no. And she's like, sorry. I had to just like walk back home by myself crying. I was like, what the
Insane.
No, it's so insane. Like no one checked up on me after that.
No, we were not like real friends. Like we like were, but like the way we would just let each other like do crazy shit. We were drunk. Like we should have stopped each other at multiple points.
Oh, absolutely. But I also think we maybe just like everyone was kind of in charge of their own shit. It was like, listen,
Blindly
we're
blind.
like we're all fucked up. None of us know what's going on. So like I only have enough capacity to worry about myself. And sometimes you were the sober one who could help somebody out, but that was rare. Like,
like I was always like the one to disappear. Like that friend that always disappears. Like till this, like if we had a friend in 2025 that disappears all the time, that wouldn't be a thing. Like I would not let that person out of my sight, but like I would walk into the bar and walk right out sometimes.
I just remembered like, oh God, I don't even know if I should tell this, but like I just remember one night I went to Cuddy's with my friend and her boyfriend at the time just wasn't answering his phone. And I was just like, let's go to his house. Like, let's just show up. We banged on that door. He opened up. I said, I'm using your bathroom. Walked in. They get in a screaming fight. Like the cops came. Like I was like, sorry, girl. Like I'm going home. Like just left. Like I would never do that now. I would never. Well, I've been thinking about going to my ex's place. No, I'm kidding. I would never encourage any of you to go to your ex's door unannounced. I would never leave you there. I would never casually just watch the cops come and sit there chill. Like
the way like we used to both fight my ex-boyfriend, you and I together, like there were so many moments where like Brandon would be fighting him either for me or like, I don't know, y'all had your own beef. And I'm like, I cannot imagine you and Jake getting into a fight right now. Like
there's just something so formative about getting in a fight at the bar with your friends, but not against your friends. Like you and your friends are on the same side. Like there is something like strength building there of just like you and your friends at the same time taking down the same person.
It's like an escape room. Like you have to work together and you have to get out of the situation and you bond and are closer because of it.
Oh, you're right. Escape room.
This is so random, but I saw this horrific video but it was so funny of this gay guy and this girl fighting at the bar. And he said the most savage read to her. He goes, babe, the last time you got fucked was by genetics. Like the way it just slipped off his tongue. And I got like war flashbacks of like how evil I could be in college. Like I would just decimate someone.
Wait, there's this. Fuck, what was that video? I'm not going to say it verbatim.
Please no.
But you were,
No,
you were
I know.
outside the pizza place. It's not a bad memory. You said, hard. Because no one was saying something back to you.
My friend wanted to hook up with this guy. He dodged her all night and just walked right by us with another girl. They were getting an Uber and I just screamed, she has chlamydia. Don't know who this woman was. But like, I was just a ride or die.
I thought you were talking about the video of him eating the pizza where he yells at me because Brandon was like eating pizza. I don't remember if you were eating like a random pizza or what it is, but I was trying to help you and you go, Casey, shut the fuck up and scream at me so mean.
Remember that? We used to get mean. Like that tent outside of Manioc, like we love drunk eating. Like that was the thing to do. I mean, I still do it. But I dropped my fries on the ground and I cussed everybody.
Yep. You made it everybody's problem.
Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That is so formative and has to be why we're able to still be friends is because like we really just know each other so well. Like I knew you were going to make it everyone's problem that you dropped your fries. You were going to cuss all of us out and you were going to talk about it the next day. And you did all of those things.
Yeah, I'm like, so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But you know what? That guy's like, the guy that owns the tent in Manioc, he wishes me a happy birthday every single year on Facebook.
Oh, Mr. Chloe.
Yep.
Wow.
He was so sweet.
No, he was.
Casey, you said this earlier when we were talking, you were like, what are things that would send your college self into a coma right now? Like, what are things about your current life that if you found out when you were in college, you would have a connection?
Well, I feel like the obvious one is that I don't really drink anymore. I feel like college me would be like, what? Like the fact that I can't drink and don't drink anymore would blow my mind, but more so too that I don't smoke. I used to.
You were the first cig queen.
Yeah, she really was.
My senior year of college,
Men turned you away for that.
At Riverdeck, he said, "Oh, I saw you. I was gonna hook up with you, but I saw you smoking a cig, and I don't really like that."
Me and Casey used to rip those shots together. Like, I miss it. I think for like when I get married or like my bachelorette, you have to smoke a cigarette with
I had through a whole pack.
me. 20 of them.
I think one other thing is that like how different style is now. Like if you would have told me that I wasn't wearing skinny jeans and over the knee boots with every outfit, I would have thought you were crazy. Like I didn't think I looked good in anything but that.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I just had it. Well, first of all, I wear like makeup now, obviously, and I do glam. I love wearing makeup. In college, I was only wearing a Bare Minerals powder out and calling it a day.
You were eating though.
Well, I guess I was only putting that the original Bare Minerals
Yeah.
powder. Like that was my go-to throughout college. Like that's the only thing I wore. I feel like I still do the same tendency. Like I don't drink as much. I mean, if I like told myself I was drinking 4 Locos as by choice, 2 for $5 from Chubby's, we have bigger things to fry. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's about it. I honestly didn't smoke weed as much in college.
I think I would be shocked to know that I bought drinks. Yeah. When I was in college, I would do anything to avoid buying a drink. I would befriend the weirdest, most ugly person in the room if it meant that I could get an $8 vodka soda for free. Yeah. And the fact that drinks were so cheap and I thought they were so expensive, now I'm like, oh, I'll get a $22 martini. Just like don't even blink about it. But then we would go in the summers, the Ocean Drive, $6 vodka sodas. I would be stressed. I'd be like, how am I going to do this, guys? Like, how? Like, I don't know how it's going to work out for me.
Literally.
Oh my God.
The other thing I was thinking, I feel like I would be shocked to know how small our group is and how different our group looks from what I thought it would look like in college, which I think is common sense that obviously as you grow, same with high school and into college, you keep friends, you lose friends, but like
it is shocking though.
It is shocking because I thought we had the way I feel about you guys is how I like felt. I was like, oh, like we're always just going to be friends. And obviously now I can see the reasons why I'm not friends with other people, but I would be very shocked.
I think that's my biggest thing. Like I remember like, I feel like I had so many different friend groups in college, like not throughout the years, just like all like I just had a lot of friends, but like thinking about the people I thought were going to be in my life now, I think maybe that's what it is. But I think I was thinking this the other day, like especially for you, like I met Brandon like and a Charlotte Russe kimono. Like, I didn't think that we'd have an LLC together. Like,
No,
that's
literally.
really crazy. Like, we would only text each other, like, what are you doing tonight on Fridays? Like, or when I met Casey at a house party, we were like, you had your sea legs. Like, I never in a million years would have think that, like, we lived together and we're, like, so close. Like, we sleep in beds together. But, like, I think that's the biggest shock to me. Like, it's wild. Like, I think you really do meet your, like, long-term best friends in college. Like, I think my biggest fear in college when I first got there, because, like, going from, like, I think we all had the same thing. Like, you went across the country too. Like, I didn't think I was gonna make friends, and that was my biggest fear. But it's really
So
it's so
true.
like weird. Like, it's so crazy. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
I would be shocked to know that I got a job at Urban and then quit. Like, that was my whole. I don't even work in
Literally,
fashion
that was
anymore.
your whole life.
My whole personality was I'm gonna get hired by Urban Outfitters. Did it and quit. After a year, I was like, all right, I'm over it.
You know what I thought for you too? One that would shock you is like you have a lot of gay friends. I
Yeah,
feel like in
that's true.
college you were always talking about how you wanted more gay friends, and now you have a lot of them.
Yeah, still can't drive. Yeah, bitch, that didn't change. Crazy. I'm trying to think of what else, honestly. Like, just like, I think I'd be really happy to know that I was still friends with you guys, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, how much I've grown. I mean, just college. College, I feel like I have my degree in finance, obviously, but I don't use it. Like, I think that's, like, shocking. I didn't think I'd be working in, like, whatever I work in now, but, like, maybe that's what it is. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, I feel like I'd be shocked to know that I figured it out. Like, and I'm still figuring it out. It is not all there. But I definitely remember that feeling in college being like, I'm never going to find my job. Or even when everyone had jobs, I always worked in retail, which is just a different career than everyone else. And I was always like, I'm never going to figure it out. And I feel like I finally, to the extent that I can right now, I feel like I have it figured out.
I'm missing the biggest one. You dating Jake Cohen would have sent me
yeah.
into
Right?
literal cultural shock. Sorry
Literally.
to drop his whole government name. But, like, I knew Casey's boyfriend before, like, I knew him in college very briefly. And then we saw him together 3 years later. I was like, I know that guy. And that was the night you guys met.
That is really crazy.
I would have never predicted that.
Right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there has to be a party that we were
Invisible
both at.
string.
Yeah, because
100%.
his ex-girlfriend went to Philly U. So I'm like, there was definitely a party that him and I were both at.
Did you ever go to parties on Conroe Street? Do you remember that one?
Yes, but I can't picture what the house looked like. But
Yeah.
I do feel like I went to like a party there.
I think
if
that was like
anything.
one, but like that was another funny thing about college too. Like, I never knew the numbers of houses. I would just be like, party on Crescent Street tonight.
Yeah.
And then I would panic and be like, wait, what's the house number?
Yeah.
Or like party on Ridge tonight. Like Ridge House is having a party. Like, just like crazy.
Not to
Right.
age us, but, like, Uber came out when we were in college.
Yep.
Like, we were using like, I mean, actually, I don't feel like I use, like, I mean, I feel like I was the first one to have Uber on my phone, because I'm like, guys, like, I need, like, the money for the Uber. But,
Yep.
like, we walked to every single place that was not close.
I took Germantown Cab.
Oh, yeah.
And there was all this drama because it would pick out at Mott Circle, which was this one little circle at Philly U. And if someone's cab was there before mine, you would just take each other's cabs. No one had any respect for each other. It would be like, oh, that's a cab. Oh, are you for Renee? Nope, it's me. Sorry, getting in. We would just steal each other's cabs.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Fucking fun.
Yeah. I really hope that I feel like college is so different now, like through everything, through through the world, the way the world is, through COVID, through social media. And like, I do hope that college students are still experiencing
I
it
hope so,
the way
too.
that we got to, because, and the way that people before us got to, because it really does make you who you are, good and bad.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of college experience you have, it does make you like more of who you're supposed to be.
I feel like I do, like, I feel like an old head sometimes. Like, I remember we were at Garage one time. It was probably like August, like, back to school. I don't know if you were with me. Like, it was so many college kids, but, like, looking at them, I was like, this used to be us at Franklin's. Like, I wasn't, I didn't feel like, oh, why are these kids here? I'm like, this is cool. Like, this is them. Like, this used to be us. Like, just seeing everyone, like, going back to school, like, they're all happy to be here. They probably were, like, seniors or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like, just enjoy it.
I was thinking about like things that I wish I knew in college and like a piece of advice. And this is probably my number one, is that obviously it's different by industry, but I think that the people you know and networking is so much more important than your resume.
Yeah.
And I wish that I knew that in college, because one, so many people that I was just like in class with now work at companies I've wanted to work for, have helped me get interviews at places I've wanted to work for. People that I met your networking is so crucial. I
Yeah.
feel like that is how you find jobs these days. And so like when you're in college, make friends with everyone in your class, make friends with people in different industries, talk to people, meet people, because in 5 years when you're looking for a job or when they're looking for a job, like it all comes back
So
around. And it's like so crucial. And I wish I took more advantage of that in college.
Yeah, take advantage of the job fairs too. I feel
Yes.
like I got all my internships and like jobs from job fairs, and like even like your career center, like they helped me with my resume, my LinkedIn, and I feel like that really like
Those
helped
damn
me.
career fairs work.
Yeah.
They really did. It's like your best chance to like get in front of someone and not just be like an application on a screen. Seriously, I completely agree. Definitely with the networking too. And like honestly, don't be afraid to like kiss your teacher's ass too.
You were so
Like,
good.
like,
You were good at that. And I don't mean that as like a dig. Like you were just so good at making connections with teachers.
I would literally be like, hey, professor, like, can I help you? Can I shadow you? Like, can I do anything? Like, because they all had connections to the industry that I wanted to work in, and they would put in good words for me all the time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so true.
Networking is everything.
Yeah. Just have fun.
I know.
Like, life does get crazy after.
It does. Like enjoy what you have. Like there's no bills to pay. Like there's no kids at home. Maybe there are, but like just enjoy it while you can. Like I look back all the time. Like I don't regret college. I know like we all don't regret like whatever we do. I feel like it's just like such a great time in your life.
Yeah, it's very similar to high school where like when you're in high school, everything feels like the whole world to you. Like you break up with your boyfriend and it feels like your world's ending. That does still happen in college, but like you really have to remember that there is so much more life beyond college. So,
Yeah.
like don't waste your time like focusing on on the party you didn't get invited to, on the boyfriend that didn't want to hook up with you, on the friend group that ditched you. Like there is so much more after that.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it's there.
Yeah. And ask questions. I wish I asked more questions. Like when guest speakers came and stuff and I felt like too cool to pay attention. Like I wish I tried a little bit harder in that respect and like actually like tried to network to your point with, because we did have a lot of opportunities that sometimes I was more focused on the partying aspect and wasn't really like actually listening to things. I mean, we all turned out jam fine, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We're figuring it out.
well, if you're going to school in Philly, I hope you're having a blast
I know.
and enjoy those bars because we can't.
Literally, if I walk into a bar and like a guy looks at me and says, "What school do you go to?" I would literally
Hell
like
no.
Melt.
move. I would go home, like to Delaware.
I think that did happen one time. I was like, huh? I was like, I've graduated.
We should do like a Maniac meetup. Like
Oh, that would
host
be so
like
fun.
for St. Joe's and like Philly U kids. Like come hang out with
Yes.
us on our stomping
Oh
grounds.
yeah, it's Suntan City.
Wait, that would be so fun.
That would be really fun.
So I'm gonna cry. I miss
I
college.
know.
Ah.
Yeah. Well,
Keep everything between us, girlies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our college tips. Now I really want to go back to college.
know.
let's go back to campus soon and just get a salad.
Yeah.
Wait, if anyone goes to Jefferson and wants to take us to Cam Bar, let us know.
Okay.
Chicken finger
Cam-
Thursday.
Oh my God. Yeah. I heard it went down now.